Northwestern College was first introduced to strengths in the mid-1990s. But a few years ago, a new surge of interest began to take place. It started when the Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Amy Carey, learned about strengths, and she provided strengths training for the employees in her division. Then members of the college cabinet took strengths, and then the Director of Human Resources, Tim Rich, began to create employee strengths training and development initiatives for any interested college employee.
We hired a strengths coach to conduct several 3-hour strengths finder sessions with our employees, and we had close to 300 of our employees participate in these sessions.
Strengths workshops were also offered to any interested faculty, so they could begin to consider how to integrate strengths into their teaching, their advising, their scholarship, and their service here on campus.
The faculty part of me, and this is where I think it's really going to be impactful for the long run, I teach pre-service teachers. And I have incorporated it into my human relations course and my diverse learning course to say, when you are working with learners as a classroom teacher, working from a base of strength. So I have added a project where we talk about multiple intelligence, we talk about learning styles. Now they have to do a research piece on how teachers would use the strength models to work with diverse learners, people with diverse learning styles. And the students have said yes. Not another new tool, it's really a lifelong tool for learning and applying it to your life. So I really want to really learn more about strengths and how to use it in advising my group of students beyond just, okay, this is what you know about yourself, this is what you do in the classroom, but how do you really apply it to life?
At the same time that employees were learning about strengths, conversations began between the Career Development Center, the Student Development Division, and campus ministries on how to create programs and opportunities for students. The Career Development Center began to offer strengths coaching to individual students and workshops to students who wanted to go deeper. The Student Development Division worked on bringing strengths to all first-year students and to the student leaders who would help to orient those new students. At the same time, campus ministry hosted a week-long chapel series called The Stewardship of Our Strengths, where we not only spoke about strengths, but brought in Gallup strengths consultants and speakers to help inform and motivate students to take strengths.
We first started bringing strengths in with our students, both as student leaders as they were being trained for their positions, and then also coming in from another angle where all new incoming students, whether they were freshmen or transfer students, each received a code as a gift as they came in to the campus. And in the fall, what we do is we talk them through the first year experience, which is like a freshman seminar class. We talk them through with one session, their top 5 strengths, the significance of strengths, and just kind of give them some basic foundation with that. For us here at Northwestern, I feel like that the value for students knowing and understanding their strengths is that it ties in with their identity, with their design, with how they were wired by Christ. And when they begin to have some more self-awareness and begin to understand how they were wired, and specifically just using this one tool, I think it gives them a lot to work with, not only relationally, but vocationally, academically. It hits them in every area and really gives them a strong foundation to understand who they are.
As strengths grew across campus, so did the need for more college-wide communication and collaboration around strengths. So that in October of 2009, a Strengths Advisory Council was formed with representatives from across the college.
As a result of introducing strengths into our organization, it's created a new language amongst our employees. And what we've seen more and more is employees using the terminology of strengths in their day-to-day work, which indicates to us it's become part of their thinking, it's a part of how they approach their work, and this in turn has created a change in our workplace culture. You know, it's important for us to learn about strengths and integrate strengths into our Northwestern employment process because it helps create an authentic community here at Northwestern where employees are working out of who they really are, how God's wired them. It creates an engaged workforce and it makes a difference in their area of work.
The council meets approximately once a month and works together to maintain the organic nature of strengths development, as well as to work together to develop impactful messaging, a faith-infused philosophy of strengths, and a collaborative approach to creating a strengths culture across campus.
so at Northwestern College, as we all sort of start speaking this language, because I think it is a new language for a lot of people. And I know even when I talk to students, and they say, oh, you're so positive. I said, well, it's not so much about being positive, it's about speaking the truth about your strengths and your blessings. So it's a blessing. It's my strong suit. Being a little Southern, we sort of talk like that. It's a strong suit. So when we talk about putting on the full armor, what we're doing, we're putting on the full strength in that armor of who God has made us.
Northwestern strongly believes that Strengths is not only a tool to equip students for academic excellence, but also to prepare them to be effective in their professions and leaders in their community and in the world. Reaching toward this goal, Northwestern is working to create a Strengths culture across the whole campus so that the language and philosophy of Strengths is embedded in everything that we do.